Woo!
Schematics on the test is because I was wondering with the schematics on the test, I don't
Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is continuing coverage of the Huntsville Hamfest live out of Huntsville, Alabama. And we're going to be continuing our coverage clear through 5:30 Eastern, 4:30 Central Time. And then we'll be picking it back up tomorrow morning at 9 Central. It's going to be about 10 Eastern. So join us again tomorrow. We'll be back on these same channels again. This is KO4 EFS. My name is Ian, and I'm at the KO4 EFS studios in Southwest Florida, Fort Myers, and we're carrying live coverage from KM4 OVZ Joseph, who is with the North Alabama Tech Team, and he is live at the Huntsville, Alabama event. And we'll be continuing this coverage. I'll be switching audio between the different sources. Let's get back to it. Stay with us.
You and anchor, which we don't really need that for CW, but I'll take it. It transmits power. We know that much. So we'll see how much maybe more it can do up in Monsanto today. So anyway, that's going to be it for me. I'll take any, let me check the comments really fast. Yeah, I think we're all clear. I got to go shoot some videos, so I'm going to wrap up here and go back and just take care of some other stuff. So thanks, everybody, for watching. Appreciate y'all. If you can, if you're in the area, come on up to Monsanto, to the campsite. We'll be there pretty much all evening, and would like to see you. Come say hi, all right? Hope you had a great time at the Hamfest. If you couldn't make it, I'm sorry, but I hope we did something to help you at least get a little joy out of it. I'm Josh, KI6NAZ. Thank you, Loyal and Alec. Loyal in particular for spending all day with me, carrying the camera, letting me use his internet. So big shout out to Loyal. The Dwarf Barbarians, Alec, he's on the team. We saw the guy with the ukulele case, but he's not going to be the bard on the team, so we'll have to figure something else out. Are you a sorcerer then, Zach? Are you the sorcerer in the D&D team?
Going out. Right. This is going out to, if you're here, Ricky, KF5WV. Are you here? This is a Ham Shack reference map. If you're here, Ricky, let us know.
Ian, you got us in there? Did you spotlight my video?
Yep, we've got you, and you are live, and your video is on.
And you've got the mobile camera, not the stationary camera?
I've got the one you're holding.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, what we have going on right now is something rather pleasant. We're over by a bunch of And right now, at this very moment, we are 3D printing a giant bean. The bean is printing. What? How many percent of bean are we? We're 47% bean right now. 47%. So we're over here at the youth lounge area, and we got them to print us a bean. So there you go. Anyway, here we are in the youth lounge area. So far, so good. I recorded a tour earlier, like right when the event first started. So we got that for the YouTube later. I already played it on the stream, but it's really choppy. How's my video now? Is it choppy or what is it like? Okay, good, good. As long as it's not, 1 frame per second or something, All right, we got the Gigaparts tent over here. Very busy. I'm always surprised how busy they are because you can go to the store here, get radios. People still come here. I got this thing on. We're doing like interview stuff. Hey, what do you have to say? Describe Huntsville Hamfest 2023 in 1 word. Friendly. That's too easy. Okay. Good job, though. Friendly. Quiet. 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 Friendly. Friendly. Not quiet. Well, we're gonna be friendly and loud. Here is the main area. Same setup as last year. The layout is mostly the same. Oh, you know what we gotta do? Over here is the ARRL table of shame.
Yeah, there you go.
And they're trying to sell it pretty hard. They were telling people like, "Oh, you call me on the phone and I'll give you tech support." Like the guys here were offering tech support, kind of in a way.
Really, I never could get them to return a phone call.
Yeah, it's just they're trying really really hard.
Well, they should try customer service. It's awesome.
There's diamond antenna. Yesu is over here. And then we got, I don't know who this is. Oh, more candy. That's good. That's good. Always good. Here's the flea market area. And, it's kind of surprising. Last year, pretty much every single flea market table was used up. This year, there's actually some vacancies. There must be at least maybe like 15 to 20 tables that are unoccupied.
But they did open up a new section this year, didn't they?
They did. They added another row, another block. So 2 tables, like this is a block right here. This is a block. So they added another block, and that might explain it. I hadn't thought about that actually before when I was wondering about it. Apparently they were all sold out, but I guess they had some no-shows. But, it's kind of funny. So you have like the concrete area out here on the ground, and there's like stuff out here, and then you have the carpeted area, and it always seems like the stuff is better in the carpet area. I don't know why. It just kind of seems like it is. Here's our setup. My computer. We got. Whoa. Oh, you know why that's
echo.
You can mute that. Probably should do that. But yeah, let me show you what I got so far. 1,000 watts, 2 minutes up. I got a Bird 42, and then I got this Surface Pro tablet here. I could actually probably do the Zoom thing from this, but this is pretty cool. I can't wait to play with this. It's fun. Over there. Yeah, there's our table. Oh my gosh. Hang on.
I love your slogan, the next generation of ham radio.
There we go. I muted my computer side of things. There's the webcam up there. We got this thing out. Several people like this. They came by and take pictures of this. This is funny. Solar flares will continue until morale improves. So I guess I'll walk around the flea market a little bit and just kind of show what's going on. I don't know. I just feel like the best stuff is over here. I mean, there's good stuff over here, but it's like the more juicy stuff is over here. I don't know why. Maybe it's because everybody buys these tables first.
Well, it must be a preferred area to be in, is what I'm thinking. They must charge a little more for that or something.
But,
oh crap, I think I lost you. All right, well, we're going to try to keep up with Joseph here. Joseph, we're just about gone. We're also getting a low bandwidth warning on the program between you and I. Yeah, I think we're having some trouble here with getting his signal. So y'all hang with us. We're gonna get him back here in just a minute. Coverage is difficult on these events. We're actually using a portable cellular device to try to get around the issues of bottlenecking Wi-Fi. See, what happens is you get to one of these events and you set it up. I've done 100 events, okay? And when you get to one of these events, you set it up, you set up all your equipment. We do this with commercial radio too. We set up all of our equipment, we test it back to the station, and everything is working great. And then everybody shows up. And all of a sudden, nothing's working. And the reason is obviously because as the people show up, all their devices start signing on to the local Wi-Fi. And next thing you know, big bottleneck time.
Did you get me back?
All right, we got you back.
Okay, yeah, I went over there and it just dropped out. Make sure I'm spotlighted. Last year, I remember when I dropped out, the feed got taken off Spotlight, and then it never came back to Spotlight. Just want to make sure that's full screened.
Well, you're the only other one in there, and I've got my camera turned off, so you're the only camera that comes up in my room. So.
Okay.
Actually, I actually have two cameras signed in. I just noticed.
Yeah, the other one is my laptop.
Oh, well, I can actually provide that too as a separate feed.
Yeah, if you want, you're welcome to it.
Let me see what I can do here.
Yeah, I was over in the carpet area, and when you go over there, I guess you lose signal. It did that last year too, I feel like. But let's walk around here a bit more. Just let me know if you see it freeze, and I'll try and get it back, because I don't know right away until I hear you start saying, "Oh, we'll get it back soon."
Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to be able to actually carry both of your feeds at the same time. Let's try that.
Are you serious? Someone sabotaged our 3D printed bean. Oh my gosh.
What happened?
Somebody sabotaged our bean. Wow, they sold. I'm surprised how many of these amps they sold. I was the first one to buy the kilowatt amp. Oh my gosh.
2023 pages being printed on printer. Process 2023. That doesn't make any sense.
Can't believe somebody sabotaged the bean. We have to go figure out why. This is horrible. I can't believe someone sabotaged our bean.
Doesn't surprise me a bit.
I don't know if it was one of the older guys, but something happened. We'll find out.
All right, we're now carrying your static cam on the left and your live cam on the right, and I've got Amateur Radio Roundtable on the bottom left now.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So we got everything going on here. We're providing continuing live coverage of the Huntsville Hamfest out of Huntsville, Alabama. We're live with KM4OVZ Joseph, who is the leader of the Northern Alabama Tech Team, and he is trying to get us some coverage out there of what's going on.
Somebody sabotaged our bean. What happened to the bean? What happened to the bean? Somebody killed the bean. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is tragic. This is a tragedy. Who done it?
Baby's fault.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
No, it's your fault.
Dude. Oh, the bean's been dropped. Oh no.
Get over here.
The bean on that hat. You got the bean hat right there. The bean. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You got the bean in the hat. Oh, this is bad. I gotta get out of here. This is bad. The bean is in the hat. Oh, the bean's out of the hat. Okay. I tell you, man, we get pretty excited about beans around here. Oh, I keep forgetting. I need to go over to the Florida Amateur Radio Club table and ask them if they know about the 325 repeater. Here's like the ticket raffle area. Got like everybody hanging out here, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, there's the POTA table. Should I go ask him, is Buckball a park? Isn't it a national park?
It's not. I don't think we're going to be able to get Buckball qualified for the POTA because it's not a federal or state park, but it should qualify for summits. But there's one number that's just a little too low on summits, and they don't want to do it either. But that guy's supposed to be there too.
Oh yeah. It's hard to find people in the crowd, but if I see him,
well, there might be a soda table.
Yeah, I haven't seen one yet.
Maybe they got like Coke and Pepsi. It is soda after all.
Yeah.
Soda table.
Gotta get that soda table going.
Yeah.
I don't know where he would probably be along this back wall because he might be over there. I want to see if that guy is still here. Oh yeah, he's here. We got this hole right here. There is youth in ham radio. Oh really?
Yay!
Dude, I was getting sucked toward it, man. The gravitational field. Oh my gosh.
I like to see there's scout groups there. I like to see that. I don't know if they do anything around here with scouting groups.
Yeah, they do. They were at field day, and they were getting their communications badge or whatever. I don't know. Decatur Amateur Radio Club field day. It's not field day. Yeah, I don't know if there's a summits on the air table. I haven't seen one. It would probably be up there if there was one. I'm gonna try and go back here. Let me know because I can still hear you when I cut out. So if I start chopping up, say something.
All right.
And I'll back out.
No problem. I'll let you know.
Okay. We're gonna go back here. Back here's where the test bench is too. Oh, of course, there's nobody at the Northwest Florida Amateur Radio Club. Nobody here.
Well, I'm glad to see somebody there from Florida anyway.
Yeah, there were guys here earlier. I don't know where they went.
They should have a dead air table representing all the repeaters around the country. No? I think he lost me. You there, Joseph? Yeah, I think we lost you. Oh, no, you're coming back. Coming back.
Coming back? Okay.
All right, you're back now.
Okay, I can't venture too far that way or it just dies.
I keep coming back to the same thing, Joseph. We need to hook whatever's talking to the cell site needs to be hooked up to an external antenna that you can have stuck up over your head or something.
Well, you know, I have in here, I look right now on my phone, I have 5 bars of internet. I have full cellular signal.
Oh.
Same thing on the router in there. It's not a problem of signal strength. Well, it might be once I get over that way. But in general, in the building, it's not a problem of signal strength. It's just that there's so many phones and so many bodies blocking the signal, walking around in here with all their phones going. It's effectively jamming it.
It is true. There's like a human dampening field in there, plus all the RF.
Well, yeah, and like when I got here on Friday, I had it run for like an hour, and it didn't drop hardly any packets. It was smooth sailing the whole way. Now that everybody's here, it barely works. So I don't know if having an antenna outside would even do it. I think it's just this tower is getting congested.
Yeah,
and there's just too many people in one area.
Looking at where that thing's located, I can't believe it's not serviced by a bunch of different sites. But
well, it is. There's T-Mobile, Verizon. I mean, there's everybody here. It's just a something about it. They were giving out internet to the other guy, but his stream still wasn't even that smooth with the Ethernet. I don't know whether that was provided by the VBC or if that was just another cellular thing. But yeah, it's a real problem. I don't know. We need a direct RF link back to our house.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah, it's really life changing.
You know, a stable link to a remote site is always a challenge for when you're broadcasting.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. If we could transmit out to a vehicle, and then from there, see, it's not even having the system outside wouldn't even help because it's not a problem of signal. Again, it's a problem of congestion. I mean, it may help if it's outside because there wouldn't be as many cell phones near it.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. What's the bean status? Oh my gosh. Okay, we got the new bean going on here.
Somebody stole the failed bean.
Oh my gosh, there's a big bean?
Hey, there it is.
That's so cool.
That's not a bean, that's
Got that giant bean. I'm gonna in just a minute, I'm gonna have to put down this camera. My family's getting here and we're gonna meet up and walk around for a minute. But the other live feed from the webcam is still gonna stay up. I'm gonna try and get back on here and do some interviews. It's just hard to catch people, you know.
Well, that's why some people say reporters are a bit of a jerk because you have to be assertive.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, this guy looks like he's lost, so I could probably ask that kind of person, you know, if they're standing around, what's going on. But
I always like to find the most lost person there and ask him where the bathrooms are.
Here, let's live bathroom coverage. Should we?
No, let's not.
Live toilet demonstration. There you go. Here's
Will it
35
flush
KUPD.
or won't it? We'll find out after the break.
Will it flush? That is the question. Let's not have another Dayton disaster. There was a hamcation, I think. It was either Orlando or it was Ohio, but they had a sewage backup overflow during the Hamfest.
Well, there is a quantity of BS in ham radio, and I can understand it backing up a little bit.
Yeah, it happens. Trying to find where my family may have popped up at.
Oh, I haven't been down here yet. This is like an outer area.
Yeah, this is the like lobby between areas.
We were doing great this morning. We had lots of live feeds, but now that it's later in the afternoon, it's things are really dropping off there. You can tell ham radio events are more morning than afternoon usually.
Oh yes.
Of course, now remember it's 2:15 Eastern time, but it's only 1:15 at the Hamfest.
Yeah.
I know I don't need to tell you that, but I'm telling everybody else.
Yeah.
You should, when you moved there, you should have just stayed on Florida time. You should have just refused to change.
Yeah, I know. Should have. Here's the parking lot. I'm parked right there. I can't really switch the camera, but I'm parked right there. Oh, sorry. Got the giant bean. Let's go back in here. Somebody whistle that.
What happened to the beam? What actually happened to the beam?
Well, so they turned the speed on the 3D printer up too high, and it knocked it off of the little print bed, and so they had to stop. Apparently, it was not intentional sabotage; it was a mistake.
Oh, it happened.
Already, we've lost one bean. Now they're making two more beans. One of them is actually like double size. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me just put in here that this is continuous live coverage of the Huntsville Hamfest in Huntsville, Alabama. And we are live right now with the North Alabama Tech team with KM4OVZ Joseph, and he's given us a little tour of the area there. Also, special thanks to Ham Radio Crash Course and also Amateur Radio Roundtable, who has also provided some of the video that we've used today in our coverage. Anyway, upper left is the North Alabama TechNet table camera there, and then the upper right, Joseph is giving us a tour. Look at all the space up there, Joseph.
Oh, I know, it's massive. I mean, this event hall is humongous. I mean,
it's rare that you see a venue that big without a single pillar holding the roof up.
Yeah, there's like catwalks and stuff up there. And,
oh, it's quite a structure.
Yeah, it's pretty fancy. Pretty cool that we get to use this for the Hamfest. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, location. I mean, you guys are in a great spot there in northern Alabama. You're accessible by like 5 or 6 states right there within a couple of hours. Yeah. And and you've got a really good facility, and that's so important.
Yeah. It's pretty nice. I mean, I'm definitely always look forward to it every year. I mean, it's like the only big, huge event that I get really excited about. In Florida, man, the contrast. I mean, obviously, every state can't have a huge Hamfest every year, but it's just super cool, man. It's not just for me at least. It's not just going there to sell some stuff and buy some stuff and leave. It's, you hang out, you have fun, you're around mostly like-minded people. There's cool equipment everywhere. I mean, it's really fun. I mean, all the stuff over here. I mean, it's just everything you could want.
Yeah, and it's neat now. In Florida, down here in South Florida, we don't have any states around us. It takes 5 hours just to get out of our state. So we can't quite get the draw that you would get down up there where you can literally draw from 365 degrees around you.
Yeah.
Most in Florida, I mean, it's just the people in South Florida is the only people that can come to ours. And so they tend to be smaller down here. And they do not tend to be as big as Huntsville. I hear there's one in Tampa that's nearly as big, but not quite as big as Huntsville.
Yeah, there's Orlando. Is it Hamcation in Orlando, and then Dayton? It's just called Dayton.
Yeah.
I think Orlando Hamcation is what it is, and that's really big. There's also the Melbourne Hamfest, which is fairly big. And then Dayton. Not as big as maybe like a third of this, but it's still, a sizable thing. But yeah, you're right about us being in a good location. And same with Ohio. Dayton, Ohio. They're in a really good location. They're central in the country.
Yep. Yeah, they got the same thing going for them as well, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, I'm checking things here. Everything looks good. We're no new feeds coming out yet. I'm waiting for we might get a few other feeds come on here before the evening is over. But as usual with amateur radio stuff, everybody showed up when the doors opened, knocked it out, and got out of there.
Well, not quite. I mean, this is still a huge, lively crowd.
No, I'm talking mostly the live stream.
But if you mean the streams,
yeah.
If you mean the streams, yeah. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna turn this off for a minute and just have the table feed back up.
Okay.
Bye.
All right, this is continuing coverage. I'm continuing to look for any other feeds or new feeds that have come up here in the last few minutes. Joseph will be back in a few minutes as well, and we'll be continuing coverage until about 4:30 or so Central Time or 5:30 Eastern. What we basically do here is we provide the most comprehensive coverage we can with the equipment that we have, as well as streams that are provided through other people, which we use under common use news reporting. And so basically we're reporting on the event. And we report on the event by providing you with clips, audio, and video, and everything we can from the event. And so that's kind of what we're doing here. Basically, we have several of our own cameras there, and also using feeds from different places like Ham Radio Crash Course and Amateur Radio Roundtable, which are both great YouTube shows and channels. And I suggest you go to both of those, Amateur Radio Roundtable, as well as Ham Radio Crash Course, HRCC. His videos, and specifically his videos, helped me get going in ham radio. And so a lot of respect, a lot of kudos for Ham Radio Crash Course. All right, gonna go silent here for just a few minutes, but this is continuing coverage of the Hamfest, and I'm just gonna turn on the ambient sound. I'll be watching for additional feeds, and we will be back shortly with a few different interviews as well. So stick with us. My name's Ian, KO4EFS, working with Joseph, KM4OVZ, coverage of the Huntsville, Alabama Hamfest, live from Huntsville, Alabama. And hopefully you guys will stick with us and be here for the remainder of it. It's going to be awesome. We're live in the Von Braun Civic Center in Huntsville, Alabama, what they call the world's friendliest Hamfest, Huntsville Hamfest 2023. And you can find out more at www.hamfest.org. That's www.hamfest.org. And this is swfltech.net. And we are going to have continuous coverage. I'm going to go ahead and switch audio over to Amateur Radio Roundtable.
Oh, it's a badge. Oh, and I got the Hamcation tickets here. And we got the $100 gift certificate from DX Engineering. So, hey, okay, Glenn, here you go. There you go. Yo, what's that card for? Does that go with that?
That, yeah.
All right, step over here. What did I do to Mike? Here we go. Take this mic.
Hang on.
Take it. What do you got there? What do you got? Is that something you won?
Stuff I won, yeah.
There's nothing in there.
Yeah, right.
Here, take it. All right, now,
two hands.
I talked to Joe. I know we're ganging up on Joe.
How's he doing?
He's 1-0 so far.
He's 0.
He
So you're 1 or 2?
I'm 4.
You're 4?
Well, what are you? How many are you?
I'm 1.
You're 1. Okay.
But I got 4 bags.
I don't count. Okay. So look,
What do you mean it don't count?
Joe thinks
4's the same.
Joe thinks he said, well, I'll win a big prize. I said, no, you're not either. I said, Glenn and I, we got it in the bag, man. We put a lot of honey mustard on our tickets.
I just got back from lunch, so mine are all set.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want a handful of connectors
What
and
is
heat
this?
shrink tubing.
What is this? Connect. Oh, those are good connectors, man.
Those are the good connectors. And
Are
some heat
those?
shrink tubing.
Those aren't Amphenol, are they?
No, but they Navcom.
Nava made in China. No, they look good.
Yeah.
They look pretty good. And what? Oh, that's connector.
Those heat shrink.
Heat shrink.
Yeah.
Heat shrink, and some.
Yeah. 4 packages worth.
4 packages of heat shrink and.
You won 4 prizes, and I won 4 packages.
Got there you go.
Yeah.
So you won some coax connectors.
Yeah.
Very good.
Hey, at least I've won something.
Very good. Yeah. I'm still going to beat you.
Well, you already have. You got 4. I got 1.
We got the rest of the day, and we got tomorrow.
Well, I got the big prize.
No.
You got it last year. It's my turn.
What
is the big prize?
I don't know. I don't care. I'll take whatever it is.
I don't know. I don't care.
But you know.
What about the rest of us little guys? Yeah.
So. Yeah, it's gonna be. It'll be interesting.
I don't know.
But
What
hey,
is the big prize? Does anybody know what the big prize is, man?
You know, last year, Glenn and I were standing right here, and they pulled the tickets for the big prize last year up here on the stage. And they looked at us. The guy on the stage looked at Glenn and me, and he was grinning real big.
We knew it was one of the 2 of us.
He was grinning like really
Which
big,
one? Which
man.
one?
And we knew one of us won it.
One of us got it.
Yeah, and one of us won.
Yeah, one of us won, and it wasn't me.
Oh man,
so
that was fun time.
Anyway, did you get the copy of my forum this morning?
I don't know.
Oh, he hadn't got it yet? Okay. Here's the deal, guys. I did an all-new forum today and made some good announcements in there. It was recorded 100%. I don't know when Tom's going to play it. I'm assuming it'll be on Tuesday
Get your
night.
backpack on. You going somewhere?
But we have recorded my all-new Arduino microcontroller. It's not even Arduino anymore. It's microcontroller forum.
I got
And
you.
hopefully it'll be out there
I
on
got you.
Tuesday night.
Oh.
So y'all can hang on and watch for that. And that way Tom doesn't have to talk on Tuesday, so we get a double whammy there. We win. But let's see what we got going on in the chat room. Oh, y'all are using this to get your states? Hey, ain't that cool? They're using the chat room to work all states. Yeah. That is slick. Well, technically, I'm giving y'all Alabama. Yeah, nobody needs Wisconsin. Yeah. Like I say, you can work all states here. Get them here and get them on the air.
That's great.
Yeah, there you go. Tom can go make. Yeah, I left the cats at home. This is probably not a good thing. They are at home. They know where the soldering iron is. They know where the parts are. This is.
Did you leave it within pause reach?
They have figured out how to open the parts drawers.
Oh no.
They have figured out how to open parts drawers. And yeah, it's not good because the little one has figured out how to pop the drawer, and she will now reach in and grab the part she wants. And now I have to scrape parts off the desk all the time.
If you can only teach him to hold the soldering iron.
Yeah. Well, that's one of those cases, if it smells like fur, you're not doing it right. But, yeah,
Hey,
no,
doing
we
good?
had a lot of fun in the forum this morning.
No, what? Yeah, I won a couple of little things.
It was totally different. We've gone back to basics with
Well,
this
Rick won
one.
a lot.
And it was really a lot of fun.
Well, it's,
next year,
it's
we've
Rick
already
does
kind
one.
of
Rick's in.
announced the
That's
working
it's Rick.
title
You
for
know
that.
that, don't
You
you?
need a microphone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've known Rick, well, you know, we work together, you know, so
Yeah.
I've known Rick,
There you
you
go.
know, probably
Yeah.
45,
but,
50 years now.
Next year,
I was
we've
asking
already
her
done.
how
We've
she
already
was
got
doing
the next
since
year's
she had the
forum
surgery.
Right.
worked
Yeah.
out.
My knee replacement.
Oh,
Next
really?
year's forum's
Really?
theme is going to be
Well,
close
her brother-in-law
encounters of
just,
the
or her
microcontroller
brother just
kind.
had knee surgery.
There will
You're
be
doing good.
special projects
doing pretty
involved
good.
soon.
Still
Y'all go watch the movie and think
Yeah.
what is
Yeah.
being created now. Because I have a whole year, and that's the only thing planned for the year.
Oh, really?
I can't whistle, so y'all are on your own.
My mic-
Yeah, if they had opposable thumbs, we would all be kitty
Yeah,
chow.
sorry if y'all. Sorry,
Hey, I
guys,
saw
if y'all
something
listen
this
to our
morning that
medical
said that
conditions.
Dogs
I'll turn the mic
prepare
back
you
off.
to have babies. Cats prepare you to have teenagers.
Yes, yes. And the thing about
Just
the Maine
disregard
Coon
that when I
cats,
said
which
Rick
is the
had
funniest
the
part,
price thing rigged.
they are like 3-year-old children that
Yeah.
never grow up.
Yeah.
They are smart. They don't follow.
Instructions.
They don't obey. They
No.
don't follow instructions. And these two, when you add in a Maine Coon, they are so darn smart
Yeah.
that you don't stand a chance.
Yeah.
No doesn't mean no. They interpret no in a different way.
Yeah, they do.
You can yell no. You can speak no. You can use any inflection you want. No does not mean no.
No.
No means I'm doing it wrong. There must be a better way. And that's what you are constantly dealing with.
Yeah.
And, you know, as kids, you know, you get the, but why? Why?
Yeah.
Why? Maine Coons are the same way.
Yeah.
They want to know the why, and there is no, the meaning of the word no doesn't exist.
And they would just look at you like you said something stupid.
Yes. Yes. And what's even funnier, and you're going to laugh, and I mean, people have told me I'm crazy. They actually can tell day and time. The one knows Tuesday night is W5KUB night.
Right.
She's not on my desk other than Tuesday nights.
Really?
And then at the show time,
Yeah.
she comes up on the desk.
Right.
Photobombs the show for about half the show.
Yeah.
Then gets down and then comes back up towards the end because she says, "You've been on almost 2 hours. It's time. Let's go feed me
You
again."
Feed me.
And last week, she jumped on the desk and stared between me and the camera, stared me in the eyes until the show ended. Come on, it's time to go. So this is what it's like to have a Maine Coon.
Oh, boy.
So, yeah, it's different.
No.
Let's see what we got going on.
Just like a teenager, yeah, that's
What
right.
is horse fence? Tom's wireless is over the top of us. Oh, well.
Tom's wireless is over the top of Glenn and Earl.
Yeah.
Tom, is your mic still on?
Your mic's on, Tom.
Oh, it's off now. Tom's off now. Well, we got a comment from the Peanut Gallery that.
Let me check the comment. What was the comment? What
They
what
just
is-
said your mic's
It said your mic
overrunning
was
us.
over the top of Glenn and I.
Yeah, that's all right.
It's already scrolled up. Uh-oh.
Yeah, confidential stuff, huh? Like how you've arranged for me to win the grand prize this year?
Oh, I don't want to hear it.
Now we know Tom's secret. That's why he gets the booth next to the drawing.
Well,
it wasn't up there a minute ago.
I think we need to go look.
I don't know. I need to go check. Here, I'm gone.
They changed the rules this year. They don't announce prizes. You have to go look. I don't either. I haven't looked. I need to go look. I bought extra tickets this year for the first time ever. I got to go get my money's worth. Sayonara. See you soon. Yeah, Saturday Grand Prize, Yazoo FT710 AESS. Do not have to be present to win. Sounds like a Doc Matrix printer. Okay. Toxoplasma gondii, cat mind control, take your antibiotics. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I don't have Maine Coons, but my cats are just about as crazy. You know, Glenn was talking about his cat showing up just in time for the Tuesday night broadcast. When I go online with them, my cat comes and lays across my keyboard, and she tries to get in front of the camera. And I call her alarm cat. I work at a church on Sundays, so I get up. My alarm goes off at 5:55, and the cat's there. Every other day during the week, sometime between 5:45 and 6:05, the cat is there to wake me up, whether I want to get up or not. If I get up, go to the bathroom, come back to bed, she'll lay down and go to sleep. I'll tell you. Teenagers, cats, what are we going to do? Let's see if you can see that. He sings opera. Okay. I'm going to go check the board. CQ. Y'all have fun.
All right, we're back.
Just finished up an interview on one of the other squares. So this is Joseph. He's in the upper right corner now. And we are back live again with him in Huntsville.
Won't be for too long. I'll maybe do it maybe 10 minutes or so. But wanted to come back here. The bean was killed again. But we think we got it now. So we'll see if it actually produces a good bean or not. But other than that, not many developments. Oh, except that that college group that was doing Flex Radio last year, they ain't here, and I'm just laughing because they were talking mad trash on the Discord.
Oh, really?
And, they ain't even here.
Oh, wow.
They were talking about how to come kick my butt, whatnot. And I said, okay. And they ain't even here. So that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to get me a call sign hat. I don't have one yet. I got this hat that says "Make Ham Radio Great Again."
Yeah, I like your current hat.
That's pretty good. It's gotten a lot of looks and laughs and stuff, so.
Good, I would hope so.
Yeah, it's working. Musical radio.
All right. Well, yeah, this works good. When you cut in, it moves the video over to the left, and you're on the right. And then when you cut out, it just goes to a more of a landscape version of the static cam. It actually, you can come and go at will. It's pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to keep that same setup for tomorrow. This works pretty good. Thank you, everybody that's out there viewing us and maybe viewing us later. This is live coverage of the Huntsville, Alabama Hamfest. We're walking around the Hamfest with Joseph, KM4OVZ, and he is with the North Alabama Tech Team.
Providing continuing coverage. Hamfest.
All right.
We had a couple people in here who couldn't make it, and we're happy to have the stream going.
Yeah, the numbers have been up and down, but we're definitely getting some viewers in here. We're also simulcasting on Disaster Live as well. So we're on the Friday Night TechNet website and Friday Night TechNet YouTube page, swfltech.net. And then we're also on disasterlive.com or the YouTube channel at Disaster Live. Now, whether it's going to be a disaster or not, we're still waiting to see. No, I'm just kidding. We cover everything on that channel, so.
It's not a disaster yet.
We cover potential disasters, too.
Yeah.
Hey, is that the ARRL table?
Yeah.
Boo hiss. I don't know. I'm not going to get on here and start going negative.
Yep.
I really feel that a lot of the people involved there want to do the right thing and want to help out. It's just not functioning right. It's not working.
Yeah, the individuals probably are okay. It's just like I don't even think there's much ARRL can do. I think it's just the times have moved on from needing ARRL. I don't think there's anything they could really do that would be of good value. I mean, can you think of anything? Because everything's online now. Any information you need, any tech support, that's all done online,
well,
or with local people.
The problem was, and they were an amazing group for many years, up till about 20 years ago. The problem is the internet put them out of business. Everything they used to provide, the books, the videos, the resources, the pamphlets, the handouts, everything they used to provide is now free of charge online. And all the things they used to give to members because they were a member are now available to everybody all the time anyway. And there's just the only people staying members now are people that just really love ham radio and they feel like they're doing the right thing. And that's cool. I mean, I get that. I wish we could find something that would work better and not just keep trying, not sending out a printed magazine as if it was 1985. Yeah. You're not going to interest teenagers in radio by mailing their grandpa a magazine.
No, you're not going to get anybody new. So it's just the times have changed, and it's unfortunate. But I think that there's nothing they can really do that would be of value.
Well, not without.
Hams don't really need anything. The only thing
they've proven they're not going to reinvent themselves, and that's the only thing that would fix it.
Well, yeah, but even if they were to have a willing spirit, there's still, I don't think, much they could do, because if the only real value I would see would be, a liaison to the FCC for keeping band space. But they can't even do that.
Yeah, and they don't, and there's very little ability there for them to do that. So
here's what they need to do. They need to become extremely corrupt and just pay politicians to keep the band space we have. That would work really, really well,
Well,
that's the way the government is now.
If they took the $7 million they spent on administrators last year, they could have paid off the politicians and probably got it done.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just kidding, everybody. Kinda. I'm really concerned. I don't know a lot about it yet, but I'm really concerned about that new change that's coming for broadening the commercial use of HF bands. I have listened to some hams out there that tell me it's a storm on the horizon, and so they got my attention. I'm interested, so I'm going to be doing some research on it. I know anytime you're going to start allowing people to use like 20 meters at like 100,000 watts, I can't believe that's good for anybody, including the planet.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were saying they were going to allow it right up to the very edge of the 20-meter band. And they're saying it's going to interfere.
Well, it's going to be big.
Maybe
It's
they're
big
right,
wattage. It's going to see our wattage limits, what, 1,500?
Well,
theirs is going to be like 150,000.
Well, see, most shortwave broadcast stations and FM and AM and everything, they may not be 120,000 watts, but they're running a couple kilowatts usually.
Yeah.
And it doesn't interfere unless you go over there. And even then, it doesn't splatter outside its area. It doesn't really harm anything unless it's literally right on top of where you're trying to talk. So I'm not too concerned as far as it bleeding over, but I can see where it would cause issues if you're right up on the edge trying to work CW or something, and you have coming in over the, clipping on the edge of your filter. So
Well, I got to check it because a lot of times in ham radio, it's not that it's a bad thing. It's just that a lot of the older folks don't like change. So before I can come out and literally, shit all over something, I like to at least know what the deal is. Is it really, is it really something that we should be concerned and worried about?
Well, I think it is. It's an encroachment, is what it is.
Yeah.
They're encroaching on our band space. I mean, we're about to lose, or we did lose recently, part of the 3.3 gigahertz spectrum.
Yep.
And I mean, that only affects a very small number of hams, but it's still something. But
Well, it's where a lot of us want to go someday, and also I think it's going to be harder and harder to keep the higher frequencies. The lower frequency, I'm surprised they're going after the HF like they are. It's the high frequencies that are really at risk.
yeah, I think for now, 2 meter, 440, and then 2.4 and 5.8 gigahertz. I think those are pretty safe. I think the HF bands are pretty safe too. But like we see, there's an encroachment, and if this is successful, then more and more people, more and more corporations and everything are going to try and get a slice of that.
Yep, I agree.
So I mean, it's not the impending doom that some people make it out to be, but it's also not ideal, I guess. Man, the beam failed again.
What are they trying to make, like a mast?
No, these are the 3D printers.
Yeah, but you keep saying I don't think I understand what they're trying to make.
They're trying to make a 3D printed model of a bean, like the vegetable, a little round thing.
Oh, see, all this time I've been thinking you're saying beam with a Mary at the end. I thought you were saying beam, and I'm thinking they're building some kind of Yagi, and it keeps breaking off.
No. Wow, the printer literally fell apart trying to make the bean. The bean has taken oh no. The bean, it bit back. Oh no.
Man, that thing just doesn't know beans.
The bean has caused a casualty. Oh my goodness. Let's see what's going on here in the lounge area. Okay, there's some people lounging. Uh-oh. It's Fart Brown. There he is.
No, it's not a lounge unless there's some guy singing in the corner and they're serving drinks.
It ain't a bar. You have to have the meal pass to eat from here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let me guess, you got the meal pass.
No, I did not.
You didn't? Wow. That's
No.
as skinny
No,
as you are, you probably should have got it.
Yeah, I probably should have. I was getting hungry. I was getting hungry at like 10:30.
My problem is I go to these events and I start smelling food, and I tend to just start buying everything, and I'm like, no, I don't want to spend all my money on freaking food.
Yeah, no, we went over to the concession stand, and I got a burger and some fries. There he is, the biggest curmudgeon of Huntsville. He ain't giving us too much trouble yet. We did goof off on 5-2 for a while, and no one really said anything. So I guess we haven't quite got his attention, and I'm not gonna push it.
No, I wish people would lighten up a little bit. It's like, hey, this is ham radio. It's for everybody. I read an article 3 or 4 days ago that somebody wrote. I've been reading and writing a lot of articles about ham radio lately, and this guy he went on and on about how he's tired of the CBers on ham radio and the CB people on ham radio, and he just kept going on and on about how there's just not room for those kind of people on here, and this and that, and I'm thinking, not enough room. Where nobody uses what we have. I mean, if you look at it,
oh my God,
you and I could literally take any frequency we want and just start using it. There's in 2 meter. I mean, come on, we've got what, 300 megahertz to choose from or something there or whatever. I mean, if you look at it, it's like we literally have I think it's 30 megahertz to choose from or something. There's so much there.
Guys, just stand by. We're trying to get set up for the Young Hammer.
Wow, that's the most out of touch thing I've heard today.
Yep, and he said, and it's important to remember that these same frequencies are used for emergencies.
Oh, what?
And I'm like, literally, I understand the emergency thing. I do. The reason it's the reason that ham radio embraces that emergency thing so much is because that's what gives us our exemption for our antennas out in our yard, and that's what.
It doesn't even do that though.
Well, it does. I mean, here in our county where we're at, there is an exemption for antennas that was established back in the 70s. You can go up to 50 feet with any kind of antenna on property that you own. And that partially or completely was done because ham radio people need to be able to operate during an emergency.
Hang on one second. Streaming. You won't be on. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Yeah, I guess I'll figure that out for her. I need to give you a hat. I'm out of cash though. I have $1. Yeah. I will wait till tomorrow. Let me mute it.
All right, this is continuing live coverage of the Huntsville Hamfest in Huntsville, Alabama at the Von Braun Civic Center. And this is billed as the world's friendliest Hamfest. This is the 70th year, 70 year that this has been going on. And they do all kinds of neat stuff there, door prizes, and they got a breakfast, they got a hospitality suite. They're checking DX cards, they're giving tests, they're study guiding, they're doing all kinds of really neat stuff here. They've got over 50 different commercial vendors. They've got an expanded flea market section this year. You see a few empty tables when you look around, but it's important to note those empty tables are there, but they've actually expanded the amount of space for the flea market side. And so there's actually more vendors than last year, even though you're seeing a few empty tables. I just wanted to put that out there. It's a big Hamfest, and there's a lot of folks there. It's $250 here Eastern, $150 at the Hamfest, and we're going to be covering it right here till about 4:30. We're covering it both on disaster.net, and we're also covering it right here on the SWFLTech.net channel, which is the Friday Night TechNet channel. And we're going to be continuing to cover it here until 4:30. We will be back tomorrow morning. I'll send out another email to all of our subscribers and our fellow people out there that support us, as well as our emergency email list that we have as well. We're going to send all that out to you. and you'll get to know in the morning when we go back live again, simulcasting on both our channels. So I hope you guys are enjoying the coverage. We're live with Joseph KM4OVZ out in Huntsville, Alabama, and it looks like he's talking to some folks right now out there. And we've also got Amateur Radio Roundtable out there, and we've got HRCC, Ham Radio Crash Course. He did a bunch of video that's been going on out there. And
okay, time for the 2 o'clock drawing. The main prize will be at 4 o'clock today.
We'll go ahead and carry this drawing.
Is pulling a prize out. Let's see if he's getting anything out there.
You're now on the lower left screen for the prize drawing.
Looks like he's got a ticket. No, he doesn't have a ticket. Room 2? Is it like a forum room? I think they're down at the end down here. See the brick wall? The forums are down here. All right. Hope Jordan reaches way in here. Did any of them stick to his hand? That's the key. I think that one stuck to his hand. Hey, that's an idea. They are sending the prize winners to, I guess, Wi-Fi or whatever to 4 or 5 TVs around the area. We might be able to tie into that and, you know, put it up in the corner of the screen or something.
Yeah, the other one's, that one's messed up.
I don't know if Joe's going to win or not, to tell you the truth. I don't know. I think Joe has lost his knack for winning here. So we've got some new players in the game now. I think Glenn Popel's going to beat him. There he is, man. How you doing, man? Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. Glad you made it. Going good. Doing good.
Okay, this is continuing live coverage of the Huntsville, Alabama Hamfest, and I just wanted to take a few seconds here while there wasn't much going on and show you guys the size of this thing. This is the actual Von Braun Center floor plan, and you can see just how large this is. It's just an amazing size facility here, and I just thought it would be interesting to to give you an idea of just how big it is. So there you go. You can see the vendors area is huge, and there's just over 100 vendors there, I'm sure. And so a great Hamfest. We'll continue our coverage. This is Ian, KO4EFS, and I am live at KO4EFS station in Fort Myers, Florida, Southwest Florida, and we are live at the Huntsville, Alabama Hamfest and the Von Braun Center. We're going to be continuing our coverage, and we'll go back to natural sound for a few minutes.
Well, if you need a USB Ethernet adapter, let me know. I've got one. Okay. Got one in here. You go all the way back to the hotel, got it? What? I went all the way back to the hotel to get food anyway. Oh, okay. I got you. So while I was there, I picked it up. Okay. So, no, I don't know if any issue.
Okay, this is continuing live coverage of the Huntsville Hamfest in Huntsville, Alabama. And this is going to be live at the Von Braun Center in the South Hall. And we're showing several videos here. The upper and the lower left are both live videos right now, what's going on at the Hamfest. And the lower right is a video from earlier today. And so we're just going through some different videos. The one on the left is Coffee and Ham Radio, and they one of their videos. So I wanted to just show some different views of what was going on earlier in the day out there. So the lower right is from Coffee and Ham Radio, and that is a video from earlier today. The left is Amateur Radio Roundtable, live view there. They've been providing views of the stage and things like that, as well as some really good interviews. And then the top view is from the North Alabama Tech Team, which is affiliated with us here. And my name's Ian, KO4EFS, and we're following live coverage with Joseph, KM4OVZ, over in the Huntsville, Alabama Hamfest. So stay with the coverage, and hopefully we'll get some more audio for you here in just a few minutes. As you know, with amateur radio stuff, things tend to jam first thing in the morning. We had 6 live streams this morning, and I couldn't even cover it all at one time. And then as the day went on, we were slowly losing the live streams here, and we're down to just 2 right now, one provided by us. So Joseph should be popping back in here in just a few minutes with a roving cam. Let us know. Actually, I just saw Joseph walk by in the lower camera there. So that's interesting. He's probably heading back to his table, I think. So anyway, we'll see how that's going. We'll keep showing some videos from earlier today down in the bottom right, unless I get another live feed to stick in there. I always keep my eyes open for live feeds so that you don't have to. All you have to do is just pop in here and see what's going on. It's real aggravation free. And we're going to keep this coverage going. This is the kind of coverage we want to provide here all the time. And we're transitioning from being a technical type net or a video journal type thing over to more of a coverage mode where we're covering things that happen live. And this is the second year we've covered this event. And this is indicative of a lot of coverage that will be coming up of events in the future. So be looking for it here. Always give us a like and a comment. But the most important thing is click that subscribe button. And then if you're really kind and you want to get our content and you want to know when we go live, click the notification bell. That's important too. By doing those 4 things, you propel our video forward, and more people will see it, and more people will find our channel, and it allows us to grow on YouTube. The YouTube algorithms are a very crazy thing, and you have to, there's no way around the algorithms other than just to work really hard and be consistent and ask you guys to help us out with likes, comments, subscriptions, and notification bells. So that's what we have to do. I know you guys probably get sick of hearing it, but anyway, we are live right now. I'm transferring over. This is the Huntsville Hamfest in the Von Braun Center, South Hall, and you can see there that's the actual layout where we're at right now. It's quite a big,
all right, guys,
quite a big place.
Hey, Hambot is getting ready to do another prize. We're doing the Young Ham of the Year.
Hey there, this is AA5JC reporting live from the Huntsville Hamfest. Come follow me on TikTok.
They're doing the...
Okay, we're sticking live with the coverage from Amateur Radio Roundtable. And...
All right. Hambot wants to give a prize. Could have. Turn my mic off.
I'm not sure what's going on there, guys, but we'll stick with it here. I'll keep the volume up, so when they get it going and come back in, I'll just shut up and let you hear them. That's the lower left, the amateur radio roundtable we're listening to. And I'm just going to keep that turned up. We'll see what happens. I don't think they're obviously not talking to us, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. All right, so anyway, we're going to continue going here. Continue to check what's going on around. Wow. Quiet day out there weather-wise. Just a few weather warnings up in the Northeast, but looking really quiet out there weather-wise. Okay. All right, so we're going to continue to hold here and see if we can find some more videos for you guys. It's starting to get in the waning hours of the afternoon here. And as you know, as we all get older, we get up earlier. I got to tell you, when I was 20, I didn't like to get up before noon. I did because I was a hard worker. I've always been a hard worker, but I didn't get up before noon. In my 30s, I used to get up at 9 a.m. In my 40s, it was more like 7:30. Well, I'm in my 50s now, and I'm up at 5:30 a.m. I got to find something to do. And so I understand when we're dealing with something like amateur radio, which is a majority older folks, like older than I am or about my age, it becomes a situation where most of them are wide awake and ready to go at 8 a.m. in the morning when the thing opens. And then by 3 or 4 o'clock, they're tired and want to go home. I get that. I'm getting that way myself. And so I understand that schedule and the way it works. And so I kind of get how when you go to a big event somewhere, normally the event kind of builds into the afternoon and it becomes really big the hour before the end. And now with this event, we're seeing something very different. We're seeing a situation where, like with most ham radio events,
there we go.
Most things happen in the morning.
There's sharp.
I think
we launched a balloon at noon, and that's where it is right now, down near Arab, Alabama. So it's heading due south. It's at, let me see what the altitude is. If you click on the icon, it'll actually show you details. So we're at 20,391 feet, going 19 miles an hour, almost due south. It's WB80LK-3. So we had a beautiful launch today. Was perfect weather. It's been a couple of years since I've been able to fly something out of the Huntsville Hamfest because it always seems to be raining. But today it was cloudless, beautiful, and calm winds. We almost took out the Embassy Suite sign, but on the top of the building, but we did miss it, so we're good. But it's on its way, hopefully on its way around the world. Beautiful Hamfest today. Couldn't ask for better conditions inside or out, but it is a lot cooler inside. So I'm going to go out and check out some of the deals that they've got here, and there's a big vendor area and a huge flea market with all kinds of vintage and newer equipment. But I'm particularly fascinated. I just saw a guy had a Heathkit Tour, which is a little lunchbox, we called them lunchbox radios, that I used to have when I was in high school, and that's how we talked. There were no repeaters. We just talked to each other on 2-meter AM with these little, and it was just a little rotary dial for tuning the receiver until you heard something. But it was he showed one here that was in pristine condition. It looked brand new. So, anyways, I'm off to the flea market, see what they got in there. And I will mention that the Huntsville Hamfest is open on Sunday, and if you get a chance, come on out. There'll still be some deals to be had even on Sunday.
Okay, so the Young Ham of the Year has been announced. As soon as I get a little charge on our camera, we'll be showing that to you.
And good award, young man going to college and study aeronautical engineering at Iowa State. That's good. How about that?
Is that a little bit better?
Alpha Baker 2,
I-68. Is that a little bit better?
CQDX. All right. So as soon as we can get a little battery juice in the camera, we'll be playing that back for you. And let you enjoy the announcement of the Young Ham of the Year. Don Wilbeck did that as usual, but a phenomenal job as he always does. Got a chance to talk to Neil Rapp for a couple of minutes about all of the things that he does for Yoda. And he's very proud of the Young Ham of the Year and his program, his support of the Yoda program. He says it's going very well. He's very happy with that and hopes to see it continue to grow. So thanks to Neil. We appreciate what he does for the Youth on the Air program. All right, I'm going to wander back around the other side here. AC5CN12 is known as Alpha Charlie 5, Charlie Michael. Thank you, sir. All right. Thank you, folks. We'll see you in a few minutes.
me carry it out in my car? The bar where they were filming the bar scene and everything. In the embassy suite slot.
All right, guys. I know Hambot just gave out a few prizes a minute ago. We'll get a Hambot going here again in a minute. We got the Young Ham of the Year presentation recorded. It's about 5 minutes long. We'll probably show that in a little while. We'll be right back in just a minute.
All right, that'll give me a chance to identify. My name's Ian, KO4EFS, and I'm working with Joseph, KM4OVZ, and he is with the Northern Alabama Tech Team, and they are providing live coverage from Huntsville, Alabama, from the Huntsville Hamfest. They're live in the Von Braun Center, South Hall, and it's one of the larger Hamfests in the country, and they're going around and getting coverage from as many different people as I can. And we've had coverage today from Ham Radio Crash Course, Amateur Radio Roundtable, and many more. And we'll be listing all of those in the description. We do appreciate all the different streams and streamers and people who are sending out things from inside the Hamfest, which allow us to stream it to you in this composite format. The top view is provided by us. We're actually streaming that, and we're also going to be on and off streaming a second stream, doing interviews and different things, and Joseph will probably be back shortly with some of that. We're also showing some video from earlier today. The video that you're looking at here is actually from Coffee and Ham Radio, and they did a show this morning. And we're showing some of their show this morning. And again, we do appreciate all the other ham radio operators out there that provide us these streams. That's awesome. We use them under fair use. We're covering this as a news event. So that's kind of how this works here on YouTube. All right, so there we go. And we're going to continue to cover this. We'll keep the audio up here on our different streams, and we'll see what is going to happen. I'll let you guys know we will be back tomorrow morning, first thing, about 8:30 in the morning. I think, what is it, 8:30? I think it is. This thing kicks off. We're going to be kind of sticking to their schedule, so we're going to go live at 9 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central Time, which is going to be 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning. 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central tomorrow morning. And that would be 7 o'clock on the left coast. And that way, if you're going to catch it tomorrow, I will tell you the best time to watch is the first 2 or 3 hours, because these things tend to wane off as the day goes on. I hope to have some more interviews and things tomorrow to bring to you, but we're going to go with what we've got for right now. I am checking periodically to see if there's any new feeds coming out of the Hamfest, and so far there's not. It's just basically the feeds we're seeing here, the feed from Amateur Radio Roundtable, and then of course the feed from our booth there, our table on the top, and then of course we're showing a video from earlier on the lower right. So there you go. Again, my name's Ian, KO4EFS, and we're going to be here providing this coverage. We're doing this now more and more, and we're going to be transitioning our channels and a lot of what we do from amateur radio technology into more of a news coverage type situation. So we're going to see how this goes. We're going to take what we've learned and we're going to modify it somewhat and kind of do a little bit different thing here. Our other channel is disasterlive.com, disasterlive.com, and that's at Disaster Live on YouTube, and we're simulcasting there as well. as live coverage goes, this is it. I can't fill all this air, so I'm going to just put you back on the natural sound, and hopefully soon they are going to be playing some of the awards that were given out and stuff. We will carry that, and then also we're going to be continuing to cover this until about 4:30 Central Time, which is 5:30 Eastern, about 2 more hours. This is KO4 EFS Ian, and I'm in North Fort Myers, Florida, with live coverage of the Huntsville Hamfest, billed as the world's friendliest Hamfest, live in the Von Braun Civic Center in Huntsville, Alabama. We will continue our coverage for about 2 more hours today, and then again tomorrow morning at 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Stay with us.
Usually when I do this, some years I might win 1 or 2 things, some years I'll win nothing. I know it's here one year, this guy won like 5 things. Yeah. But you know, I mean, I bought 20 tickets, 10 for me, 10 for my wife. I don't expect it. Well, you know, hey, I got 2 tickets for Orlando, which I will really do. I got 2 little signs, you call it, they're probably worth a couple bucks a piece. Yeah. Anyway, that's one of the big ones. That's all. What's the big one? Guys, we will be back in a moment. Got cabin fever? Look no further. Spring is in the air, and ICOM has just what you're looking for. We have top quality.
There you go. They're going to take a break for a few minutes while they switch some equipment around. That's Amateur Radio Roundtable. We've been following them as well as the South Florida Tech, the Northern Alabama Tech team as well. And we've been doing the live coverage here since about 9 o'clock this morning, and we will be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. to start coverage again. We're going to continue our coverage here today for a little while longer. I do expect Joseph to come back here in a little while and tell us what's going on up there. Also, Amateur Radio Roundtable may have some more coverage, and I'm monitoring about 7 other channels that may go live. So if any of them go live or if anyone else goes live, I will be covering it here. This is live coverage of the Huntsville Hamfest from Huntsville, Alabama, the Von Braun Civic Center. And this is billed as the world's friendliest Hamfest, and Huntsville Hamfest 2023. This is their 70th year, 70 years. And it's an amazing Hamfest. And I've never been there. This is my second year of doing the live coverage from here in South Florida. And I got to tell you, I'd love to go. I'm hoping maybe next year I can go and we'll run the coverage from there. That would be kind of cool. We'll do the whole thing from there. But we'll see how that goes. I got to tell you, it does look like one of the better Hamfests. I've seen video from a number of them, and this is definitely one of the bigger ones for sure. So I'm going to continue the live coverage here for a while longer as we're waiting. This happens at Hamfest. Everybody gets on the mic in the morning, and by the afternoon, everybody's shy. So tune back in tomorrow morning between 9 and noon if you want the best show. I got to tell you, it seems to be a morning event for ham radio. We will have another walkthrough coming tomorrow where we're going to go to each vendor and talk to them about what they're selling. And it also looks like Amateur Radio Roundtable is back with their coverage as well. Looks like they've got their cameras shooting across the little way there. And there is the ICOM booth. I got to tell you, I have ICOM and Yazoo equipment, and I love them both. Both very, very, very good equipment. And I really do like my ICOM. I got the my HF radio is 756 Pro 2 from ICOM, and I do that on my voice on that. And then I've got a Yazoo FT100. It's not even a D100. It's one of the FT100s. It's one of the earlier ones. And I got this thing and cleaned it up and ran an air vent into it right from my air conditioner so that it stays about 40 degrees. And I hooked it up to FT8, and I've made 22,000 contacts on it over the last 2 years. So when it comes to Yazoo making really good radios, their FT100 from about 12 or 14 years ago, it's a brick, man. It is just, it's amazing, absolutely amazing. It never quits, never quits. So I love all their equipment. Everything I have that's Yazoo is also real good equipment. I also have a Kenwood I like, and I got to tell you, after retiring from public safety, I'm a Motorola guy. I still believe, even though a lot of it's made different places now, and it may have declined some over the years, I still believe Motorola makes some of the best equipment you can buy, hands down. It's complicated. It's not as versatile. It's purpose designed, but that being said, it is some of the most sturdiest, strongest radios you're ever going to buy. I had a portable that I carried for 7 or 8 years on the fire department, and I took that thing in numerous fires. It was with me when I was involved in an explosion. It was with me when I was electrocuted one time. I had some crazy times in my career back in the early 90s. And that FT600 Motorola HT was with me the entire time, and it never quit, never went to the shop. Was still working when I sold it. Amazing. I wish I didn't, actually. I wish I still had it. So there you go. All right. Looks like they're doing an interview. I'm going to see if I don't know why. Let me see if I can get the volume up. There we go. We'll go to these guys. Probably more interesting than me.
Won all kinds of awards. They work at school. They work portable from school. And they have a mentor.
And we got another winner.
He was just telling me about, and I thought you might like to hear about it. So, Alan, tell us about that.
Well, being in middle school, there's 3 years of students. And so what we do is when we get them in the radio in front of the microphone, we use a third-year student first and set somebody who's never been on the radio before next to them and let them listen what's going on and give them a piece of paper and say, write down the call signs you hear. So you start training their ear to listen for the call signs. And then they hear the back and forth, the exchange.
Right.
And the way we do it is the first person on the radio makes like 25 contacts, then we change operators.
Oh, so you keep them fresh.
Keep them fresh, and if there's a pileup, that goes real fast.
I bet so.
And then next kid just moves over in the chair,
right?
And they'll make their contacts, and they start off a little tenuous, but by the third contact, hey, you can leave them with. I mean, they're like seasoned operators.
Well, what bands do y'all like to work?
Well, for the contest, typically, if early in the week we'll work 40 to get the states close to us.
Right.
And then we'll jump out on 20 and even 15.
Wow.
But our antenna is basically hanging off the football field flagpole. And we're using the concession stand storeroom as our radio room because the kids like that better than because the school radio room is next to the library and they can't be kids next to the library.
Well, that takes all the fun out of it, doesn't it? Tell us where you are.
We're in Lafayette, Georgia. Okay, we're in Lafayette, Georgia.
Isn't that Lafayette?
Everybody else, it's Lafayette, same general, but which is in northwest Georgia. One of the other neat things about the Lafayette Middle School is the end of their driveway is actually on a Parks on the Air entity.
Ooh, you're kidding.
No, the National Historic Trail, the Trail of Tears, is the end of their driveway up Main Street in town.
Does it count?
Yes, it counts. They are on, because for a trail, you can be within 100 feet of it. So we set up behind the sign for the middle school, right on Main Street.
Oh, my gosh.
And they're activating a park.
Oh, my gosh. These are middle school kids we're talking about here, and they're mentoring each other. This is great.
And the thing is, we've got our the school call sign is Whiskey 4 Lima Mike Sierra, Lafayette Middle School.
That's great. Perfect.
Perfect. And they just on the air a good bit. We try to, we brought 13 of them over here to the Hamfest today.
Well, then we want to see some of these, or if not all of these, 13 middle schoolers who are here in Huntsville at the Hamfest because they're active HF hams. That is great.
Well, the other thing is when we left the school this morning, I told the parents, I said, go to K5KUB, .com, and you can see where we're going today.
Well, then you need to send a text message out to the call list and make sure that they know and they dial in so they can see their kids on the air.
Send some kids over for you.
Okay. Alan, thank you very much. It's great to meet you. It's a great story.
Oh, yeah. I got lots of stories.
Well, then you'll have to come back. Thank you so much. Well, there you go. Once again, the next generation of ham operators are middle schoolers and are here in Huntsville. All right. Well, take care. We'll see what's next. This is Earl, WA4KBT from lovely Soddy Daisy, Tennessee.
Guys, I just have to tell you this. Let's step right over here a minute. This guy has one comment. He watches our show regularly. In fact, he says he watches us more than he watches who?
Clint Eastwood. I probably spent more time watching you than Clint Eastwood.
Right, there we go. There we go. I'm glad to hear that, man. Glad to hear that. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, just as a suggestion You know, there was a lot of things happening back there. If we was the ham radio operators the first of World War II, we could enlist and get one of the good jobs.
Yeah, you know, during the war, ham radio was basically turned off. You couldn't.
Right.
But there were people that I know of, like in the Chicago area, they found a way through the telephone lines that they were actually able to connect with the phone lines.
Yep.
In their neighborhoods, they actually were talking to each other like a war veteran.
I thought about going down to the university library and start reading QSD back to about 940 and just make an outline of all the stuff that had happened. I think it'd be interesting. I wasn't there, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But I thought I almost saw a different story. But keep up the good work. I enjoy your show.
Thank you.
See if we have enough juice so we can
Yeah,
off
you
the
want
young ham.
You want to sip it? So Glenn will be probably back here in a little while. I had a talk with Jason up here. I had a talk with Jason up at the podium. And when they do the main prize at 4 o'clock, I told Jason, I said, if we didn't win it, do not look over here at Glenn and me and grin like you did last year. I said, do not do it. Now I said, if you look over here at me and grin, we better have won the prize. So I've got to relay that to Glenn when he's here. And I told him, I said, don't screw with us now, you know. Guys, we're going to try to put the Young Ham of the Year on here. It's about a 5-minute video. Okay, guys, here's a quick 5-minute presentation for the Young Ham of the Year. That's not the Young Ham of the Year. Is it? Is that it? Is that it, bro?
I didn't start back that soon. That early. Oh, that's not mine.
That looks like, no, that looks like the one we
That's
had
the Rocky
earlier.
Mountain.
Yeah. Okay. All right, that was the wrong video. We queued up the wrong video. Let me see if we can find it again. Well, maybe
Maybe it didn't go right
I must have named it.
Or there's anything on the scroll down?
No, I must have named it wrong. I must have changed the name of it or something. Let me do this. Let me just delete that. And let's look again. If it's out there. That's not it. So let's do this. Maybe I copied the wrong one.
That's not it. That should be it. Huh.
Maybe I copied the wrong one. That's the one we just did, isn't it?
Right click up here.
Yeah.
And add date. See right there? Go up right there. Right click. Add date. Where's the date? Created.
Well, you can tell that by the number here.
Yeah, but now you get the date and the time. 18.
12.
2.
27.
2:12.
Oh.
Is that right?
19.
8:19 at 2:12?
It was at 2 o'clock, so that's
Yeah.
got to be it right there, right?
And it ran for about 12 minutes, so that's about right.
All right, we'll try that. All right, guys, we're loading in the Young Ham of the Year. We had the wrong file. We'll be with you in just a moment.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is 2 o'clock at Huntsville on Saturday, and that means that
This will be the Young Ham of the Year presentation. We'll see how it goes.
is, go ahead and.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is
Sure,
2 o'clock at Huntsville on Saturday, and that means that it's time for the Amateur Radio Newsline Young Ham of the Year Award. My name is Don Wilbanks. My call is AE5DW. I'm with Amateur Radio Newsline. We've done this here since 1993, I believe, at the Huntsville Hamfest. It's become our home, and we could not be
really
more happy.
Blown many things
We've been
up,
doing
put it
this,
that way.
the Young Ham of the Year Award for USA has been a corporate underwriter for 37 years, CQ Communications, CQ Magazine for 27 years, Heil Sound for 13 years, Radio Waves Antennas for 11 years. And it's my pleasure to introduce this young man in the blue here to my right. Come on over here, Case. This is Case Van Osbury, W0AAE. I'm going to tell you just a little bit about him. He's 19. You are still 19, right? Okay. He is the son of Mark and Jean Van Osbury. He is a general class licensee that he got licensed in 2018. Recently graduated from Heritage Christian Academy in Maple Grove, Minnesota. Member of the National Honor Society. Valedictorian of his class. It was a museum visit at age 12 that got him interested in amateur radio. He saw a station there. It sparked his curiosity. He went online to buy study materials, quickly earned his tech and general class licenses without the help of an Elmer, eventually joined the Minnesota Wireless Association. He recalled being drawn to the sound of HF communications and developed an interest in contesting. Through that, he made some connections with the Youth on the Air Americas program, stepped up to take on a variety of leadership roles, including the training of youth operators, serving as QSL manager for W8Y contacts made with Yoda campers, and sharing his interest in remote operating. He said it was online research on remote operating that led him to a mentor, Ray Higgins, W2RE, and Case was one of the 5 youth who were involved in the remote operating program. He's earned several awards for his DX and domestic contest activity on SSB and CW over his 5 short years in amateur radio. And you start August Monday. At Iowa State University. He's going to study aerospace engineering, and of course ham radio will go with him as he embarks on research projects on satellites. So I'm going to hand the mic over to Case Van Osbury. He is your 2023 Young Ham of the Year. Congratulations, Case.
Well, thank you very much, Don. I really appreciate it, and this hobby has really been my only hobby for the past 5-6 years. And it's just been a pleasure achieving multiple goals in the hobby. I wrote a list of goals that I wanted to do, and pretty much achieved them over the 5 years. And all I try to do is embark in as many possibilities, as many different amateur radio things as possible. So I'm now breaching into amateur radio ballooning, satellite operating, and my favorite contesting in CW. And it's just been a pleasure. All these years coming all this way. So it's been very, very good. I want to thank 2 people, Neil Rapp, who's right there, WB9 VPG. He's the one who's really, I contacted him 3 years ago, and he's really just pushed me to be my best and has connected me with so many people. And the second is all the people in Minnesota, the Minnesota Wireless Association. Of course, they're not here because they're out contesting right now during the North American QSO party. But they helped me set up my first HF station 4 years ago, and have pushed me to operate CW. And CW is my one passion right now. And they helped me in everything. Like just a week ago, they helped me put up a Yagi antenna in my backyard that I never thought was possible. So just the resources being given over to me has been really, really great in Minnesota. So I just want to thank them and Neil Rapp, and that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Case. I've got a little something for you to hang on your wall. It's not CQ, you know, it's not like a CQ award or anything like that, but it is a little bit of wallpaper for you. Let me read this to everyone. It's the Bill Pasternak WA6ITF Memorial Amateur Radio Newsline Young Ham of the Year, awarded to Case Van Osbury, W0AAE, in recognition of his, I'll reprint that for you, his total dedication, I got her, in recognition of his total dedication to the amateur radio service, presented jointly by Amateur Radio Newsline, Yazoo USA, CQ Magazine. Of course, we've got Heil Sound and Radio Waves antennas in there as well. Saturday, August 19th, 2023. I will reprint this for you and get it to you. But anyway, here is this is for you.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Now, this is where we normally have the time to, for our representatives from CQ Magazine, which is normally Rich Moses, and he can't be here this year. And I really miss, seeing Rich because he's become such a great friend, but his eloquent words, because Rich was one of the judges that is responsible for this young man up here on stage. And just to kind of paraphrase what Rich generally always says, and kind of what I always have in my mind as well, is that every year the bar gets set higher and higher and higher. And every year we think, how are we going to find somebody to top this young ham of the year? And the Newsline listeners and the hams in this country always find a way. And this is the way right here. So our nominations will open in March. If you've got an exceptional young radio amateur under the age of 18, nominate them, groom them, get them into as many activities as you possibly can. Reach out to Neil Rapp, WB9 VPG. Neil was licensed at age 5. If anyone knows, he was the youngest radio amateur in the world at that time. If anyone knows about youth and amateur radio, it's Neil, just by virtue of Neil being Neil, but also with his youth on the air activities. So reach out to Neil Rapp. He'll give you all kinds of pointers. But I just want to say that, again, it seems like all of the, quote, bad kids are the ones that get all the press and get all the news stories and everything, when in reality, that's the vast minority of youth in this world. This is the leadership. When we're all gone, these are the kids. I say kid in the most loving and complimentary way, because Bill Pasternak always referred to our winner as the kid. That was his shorthand for that. So you are the kid, and to us, you will always be our kid. So, but these are the young people that are going to be running the world in not a very long time. So, with Case being an example, the world is going to be just fine. Now, we also have Nori from Yazoo USA up here, and she has a gift for Case. And I believe if you want to go ahead and here, let me hold this, and I'll give you the microphone. Oops, watch your badge. Here you go.
Thank you. Congratulations on all your accomplishments. On behalf of Yazoo, we would like to award you an FT70 and an FTM 6000, and thank you for being a good role model to the youth. We're proud of you. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Nori.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. You're welcome.
Nice to meet you. Thank you. But wait, there's more. Here, you hold that. That's yours. You're going to have a bag to take this stuff home in, by the way. It won't all fit, but Radio Waves Antennas is another of our sponsors, and unfortunately they can't be here either, but I will, on behalf of them, send their congratulations. I'm sure you'll be receiving a gift from them as well. And then Heil Sound, our friend Bob Heil, we have, wait, hang on, yeah. Got a t-shirt for you, okay. Got this lovely bag, which is, it's a lovely bag. But wait, there's more. This might come in handy. The posette. So I will put that in your hand as well. And I know, I tell you, here, let's stack it here for a photo op. There we go. Stack everything up, because product placement is everything, Case. All right, let's there you go. You hold your plaque, or her plaque. I'm sorry about that. It's as embarrassing as it can be. Let's get another picture here. Joe Eisenberg, K0NEB, manning the camera, the kit editor for CQ Magazine. Thank you very much, Joe, for that. And I think we are done today. I just wanted to, again, congratulate you. We are so proud of you. You are a sterling example of youth and amateur radio, and you are the kind of young person that we want to honor and help you continue on in the hobby. You're a member of our Newsline family now forever. You need anything, you reach out. We're always going to be there for you. And to all of your Elmers and your family and your club members and everything, I know just how proud they are of you, as we are. So congratulations, Case. Thank you very much, my friend. All right. And with that, thank you. Yeah, well deserved. And with that, we will close, and we will meet you all again in about a year from now. Does that sound good? It's a date. So from Amateur Radio Newsline, all of our sponsors and Case, thank you very much. Congratulations again. And 7-3, we'll see you next year.
All right. Hey, I tell you what, let's give a we got a house school group here that wants to be on here, but we're going to do a prize real quick. Ready to do a prize, Hambot? Hambot's going to do a prize real quick. So watch your screen. We're going to do a prize away. Okay, Hambot should be giving away a prize right now. Let's see what he's doing here. Okay, he's there. Okay, very good. He's there. No. So we're going to let him get on now with the high school. That's next.
Okay, it looks like Hambot has given away another prize. Kilo Baker 1, Sierra Zulu Lima. I'm here. All right, no sound again. Terry, how's that? Can you hear me now? CQ. Okay. Now, I've got another treat for you. We talked a few minutes ago about the Lafayette Middle School Club, Amateur Radio Club, and this is phenomenal. So I don't want to introduce you to Jody Carter, and you're the teacher, the sponsor teacher.
Yes, sir.
Here, you take this.
Thank you.
Great. Now, Jody, tell us again a little bit about your program. And
all right.
Everyone, make sure to look at the camera and make sure you can be seen on the camera.
I'll tell you a little bit about the program. When we came here last year, we were getting ready to celebrate our 16th anniversary with the Rambler Radio Club there in Lafayette, Georgia, at Lafayette Middle School. And yes, we are saying it correctly for those folks in Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. You know we say it that way. It's not Lafayette, even though we have to correct some folks on the radio sometimes. But this year, in January of 2024, it'll be our 17th year of having a club there. We're just excited. Last year, we brought 4. So I had 4 students that rode with me in my truck. This year, those 4 got to talking and bragging with all the pictures they had of the folks they had here from Huntsville. And so before school even started, during open house, I had 12 that were already lined up to come with us to Huntsville.
Wow, how about that?
And they love it. They love coming out to Huntsville. They love seeing people that are here, people that love the hobby, people that support them, and they do. The folks that are here at Huntsville and every Hamfest that we go to, every time we're on the radio, they get the reinforcement of what they're doing on the air. Do they need to get closer to the mic? Do they need to be a little further from the mic? Do they have a good radio voice? That encouragement that we get from the amateur radio community instantly when we're talking from one person to another, whether it's next door or around the world, that's what this group, they love, and that's what gets them behind the microphone.
Yeah. Now, we're talking about middle schoolers here. We're not talking about high schoolers. We're middle school kids. So what's that? 7th, 8th, and 9th, or 6th, 7th, and 8th?
6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
6th, 7th, and 8th grades. And as I understand it, they do a mentor program when they're on the air.
They do. They'll Elmer each other. Usually the older group will get in there. Like I said, older group, we refer to them as the OGs. So they'll get in there on the radio, and you see them smiling back there. They'll get on the radio, and they'll mentor those new students. And we have a group of adult Elmers that'll come in there and help them as well.
Right.
3 or 4, they're all here with us today.
Right.
They came here with us. Whenever I said we needed rides, they said when and where, and they were ready to go.
Right.
Basically, if we've got a yardstick and a world map, those guys are ready to go wherever we need to go. But we've got that kind of support for our club. And if you've got a local school that you want to see on the air, show up. Let them know what your capabilities are. Choose some time in the spring, after that testing time when the teachers are kind of twiddling their thumbs and the kids are ready to go home.
Right.
You talk about exploring the world for free. Amateur radio allows us to do that. And you could go to your schools and say, I could get your kids on the air talking to any place around the world for free.
Wow. And this is HF. These kids operate HF.
Yes, they
it's
are.
Not just 2 meters. It's HF.
Oh, yes, sir.
Talking to the world.
10 meters, 20 meters, 40, sometimes 80. If we get on there and we contest, we'll do the Georgia QSO party. We'll do Marks on the Air.
Yeah.
We do the School Club Roundup every October and every February. So we have lots of fun with it. Let me go ahead and introduce you here. I have Azera. Yes. I've got Halen, Griffin, Lexi, also known as Sketchy. We have CH, Nicholas, and Michaela. That was awkward, wasn't it? Okay, guys, let's find out. Let's find out from the OGs first, right? The older group. Let's find out, what do you like best about the club?
Oh, going on trips.
Like Huntsville?
Yes, in other trips, in radio club.
Fantastic.
Roundup.
Halen?
Talking to people around the world just from the concession stand.
Yeah, we operate from our school's
This is
football
great.
field concession stand.
Getting on the air and like talking to people.
Yeah, getting on the air and talking to folks. And if you want to get a pile up, you let the ladies get on the air. That voice will just draw folks. It cuts right through a pile up. We've had folks that have had, pile ups with 1,000-watt radios, and they'll say, hey, I heard a YL voice in there. Let me talk to the YL. It's amazing how that works. Now, CH has been with us for just a little bit. CH, have you actually had a chance to get on the air yet?
Yes, 4 times.
Okay. And so when you got on the air that first time, were you nervous?
A little bit, but I quickly became fond of it.
Okay. So he's enjoying that. Now, Griffin hasn't actually got on the air with us with our school club, but his dad is a ham.
Yeah.
And so and his older brother, Halen, is in the club. So, and they're both working on getting their license. So, Griffin, what was some of the things you enjoyed about getting on the air at home?
Well, I like how just in a small little room you can get on there with people from different countries all around the world. From just this house, in the room.
Yeah, it doesn't take much power. It doesn't take much energy, but it's amazing all those folks that are out there listening to us. And I'll tell you, the fact that our ham community treats them just like they're people, not like they're a kid, that goes a long way to drawing kids into the hobby.
It does.
All right, Nicholas, tell us about what do you enjoy the most about amateur radio?
Being able to talk to people, being able to talk.
Nicholas was with us this summer during our field day activities, and he got on the air during field day from our Get on the Air station. Michaela, your first time on the air was actually on the way back from a Hamfest. What was that like?
It was strange for me, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, believe it or not, we forgot that she had never been on the air.
Oh, no.
Yes. So on the way back from a Hamfest, we go on Simplex, right? We go on 2-meter Simplex,
right?
And we get on there. She makes her first contact, and she loves it.
That's great. That is absolutely great. Just looking at the screen, we've got a couple more kids coming up.
Oh, yeah, we do.
We'll introduce them in just a moment. Someone was asking what their call sign is. It's Whiskey 4 Lafayette Middle School.
That's right.
WMS. So I can't believe this middle schoolers. God, I would have killed for this when I was in middle school.
And if they want to check out our website, they can go to w4lms.us. We have a website there. That's how we send our information out for our students. You can look at some of the QSL cards we've got. You can look at our space station contact we made back in 2012. All kinds of good information there from that site. Who we had just walking up, well, we've got younger brother Jones here, who is in training. All right. We also have Gage. He's the one over there with the antenna. And we've got Jacob here who just, thank you, Jacob. Thanks for waving. Those guys are on year 2 this year. So they're all kind of excited.
Yeah.
We're just glad to be here. Here's Alexis come walking up. Come join us. Step on in here. There you are. Wave to the camera. There you are.
Now, people can see you all over the world.
That's right.
We have people all over watching this, not just locally, but all over the world. I tell you, this is just an amazing program for a middle school. You know, they were telling us earlier that they have a radio room in the school, but it's next to the library. So what happens in the library? You have to be quiet.
That's right.
How can you be quiet and call CQDX? That's no fun. So they actually moved to the concession stand at the football stadium, and they string an antenna up, a long wire, out to a flagpole.
That's right.
Now, that's imagination for middle schoolers, isn't it? Aren't we so proud of these kids? All right, any questions from the peanut gallery? Anybody online have any questions?
How about South Australia and Oklahoma? That's fantastic.
We had people who were doing worked all states earlier on the chat.
Oh, very nice. Cool.
It's crazy.
All right, thanks, Terry. Thanks for giving that opportunity for us. We'd love to get out there and talk with folks.
Yeah. And so look for these kids. Whiskey 4, Lima Mike Sierra, Whiskey 4, Lafayette Middle School. Look for them online, especially during contests. Field day, will y'all going to have a station for Winter Field Day?
We're looking at doing Winter Field Day this year.
Okay.
We've got some folks in the Chattanooga area that are involved with Winter Field Day that are good friends.
That would be my club.
I was going to say, they're good friends, and we definitely want to get involved with Winter Field Day. Any chance we get to get on the air, and the kids will tell you, once they get behind a microphone, they don't mind talking.
Well, I can tell you, Winter Field Day last year in Chattanooga, we had a phenomenal pileup. And we had one operator who was chasing a station in Antarctica. They could hear the station in Antarctica, but they just couldn't get through. But they could hear it. And that was exciting. And they weren't even a ham.
Wow.
They were a GMRS operator who was looking forward to being a ham.
Right.
So I think she's already taken her test and got her technician license. But, you know, we'll see her again at Field Day, at Winter Field Day this year.
That's one thing we as a hobby need to start embracing.
Yeah.
The folks that are involved in GMRS, it's not a competition. It's a family. And so if we've got folks that are involved with GMRS that want to get involved with ham,
right,
or if you've got somebody out there that's listening to a CB, instead of, talking down to them about it, hey, that's the introduction. That's the way where you can say, hey, you're talking on CB. Would you like to talk on amateur radio and see the difference?
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what we found, our club. And about half of our club members are GMRS operators, licensees. Wow. And our club has 2 repeaters, 2 GMRS repeaters, plus our 3 amateur repeaters, plus, there are 3 more amateur repeaters, like 6 amateur repeaters, 2 GMRS, a new 220 repeater.
Oh, wow.
And we're working together, and we actually have a video that we'll show talking to Jim down here at Chat Radio about how things have been going in his business, where he's seeing GMRS folks and hams working together.
Right.
And it's just nuts. It's taking off.
Well,
really
we want to give a shout-out to those clubs that are back home, to the Chattanooga Amateur Radio Club, to Dalton Amateur Radio Club, and to the club that really got us off the ground, the Tri-States Amateur Radio Club there in Northwest Georgia. And the support that we've had from around the country, it's amazing. Last year, when we did School Club Roundup in the spring, we had 25 students that were on the air, and we had to turn students away because we didn't have enough space. Wow. We're probably going to be closer to 30 and maybe 40. So when you're seeing, I see folks asking about the colors. Yes, orange and black are our school colors. So if you go to the website there, you'll notice it's in orange and black. We support the school. We definitely say go Ramblers, because that group is fantastic. We love it. We love having that group and having that support. We thank the parents that are here with the support, the parents who are back home. I believe our group had something they wanted to say to their folks back home. We're going to do this on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hi, Mom. And Arna.
Well, thank you very much, gang. I really appreciate it. Jody, thank you as
Absolutely.
a leader, for leading a group like this. This is really phenomenal. It's just amazing what kids can do these days and are doing. So thank y'all so much. I hope y'all have a good time here at the Hamfest today. Hope y'all win some prizes.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, take care.
Thanks, Earl.
Thank you much. All right. I'm Earl. I'm WA4KBT.
So, me and Lisa interact with each other. By any time we can hear a computer, it doesn't work.
Talk to this guy. Talk to this guy.
Good morning. How are you?
All right, Jim. What do you got going on? What do you got going on?
Nothing. Just walking. See some networking gear here. Let me angle down.
I see a calculator.
Got some
Coffee pint.
Well, Jim hasn't said he's interested in anything yet this morning, so I haven't decided to steal it from him this show.
laser printer. That's an inverter. A 450.
Over to your left, I see that MFJ tuner that we see at every Hamfest. More left. More left.
The 939.
With the faux wood.
The weather's been good in Ohio.
Yep.
And plenty of rain, plenty of sunshine, and it shows that amateur radio is really growing.
Yep.
We had so many good booths. I know you were there.
Yep.
And appreciate the support of you and the other YouTubers as well. But just man, there's new radios that showed up, new equipment, and everybody seemed to be really happy. I mean, the crowd was big, but we still.
Yeah.
I hope you thought that. Parking went well, traffic went well. So, but I'm always open. Well, we're always open to criticism, and if there's anything that we can do better, I'm good on QRZ. WHCI.
Excellent. Yeah.
Charlie India.
And he means that. Feel free to send him your feedback.
Helpful
feedback, right? Helpful. We want constructive criticism.
I take it all.
Good.
And we do look at it, and we try to make a difference.
Yeah.
So, excellent. By the way, I really enjoyed the show where you went out to the beach real early in the morning with your wife, and then the wind came up, and that was really, I loved it. It was so true to life.
That was scary. Have you ever seen one of those canopies launch 40 feet in the air?
Right on the ocean, weren't you?
That was scary when that happened. So yeah, we were a bit shocked when that all went down. But thank you. It took straight up and then went shot into the parking lot.
And the other thing I want to say really positive about what you and the YouTubers are bringing to it. I mean, you got a lot of people in amateur radio that are sort of frosted flakes like me. And we've been around. Sometimes we get hard and set in our way.
Yeah.
But then how do we reach out to people in your age group?
Yeah.
And right around there and younger. So how do we do that? And you're doing it. And I love you, and a lot of the other YouTubers are making that happen.
Thank you.
There's a group at our club, young guys, and they call themselves DEFCON. And so I was asking them, how are things for you in amateur radio?
Yeah.
Well, we love the YouTubes. We get on, and we can learn about almost anything we need to. And it keeps them fired up, keeps them connected. So anyway.
It does. It feels like that is the way a lot of people are going, is towards things like YouTube, that they can just kind of get the answers they're looking for, get on with their life. Sometimes these are fun where I'm kind of just doing the live stream, but a lot of times people are looking for the answer and just they want to get on with it,
Yeah, and I like it that a lot of the YouTubes are short, straight to the point about something, and because a lot of people don't want to spend too much time on them.
Yeah.
Yours is really cool. Like, this is what we're drinking tonight, so celebrate with it. I love it. On Saturday nights, on.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
And the other thing too, where I have your attention is that for Hamvention, if there are younger people, and I'm talking about younger people maybe under 50. But if there's more that we can do, or something that they want to see, we want to know about it.
Sure.
It's not it shouldn't be a bunch of old guys like us trying to figure out, well, we think you want this, we think you want that.
Right.
So,
Right.
and that goes for you too, Josh. You
Yep. Well,
let us know what you want.
I will let you know. Don't worry.
Good job on your forum. I know you didn't want to necessarily do that. You were nervous, but you knocked it out
thank
of
you.
the park.
It was tricky because we had so many people away. We didn't have the Ham Nation folks on site, so it was a little difficult for us to work it out. It did. It worked out fine. So I'm confident we could do it again in the future.
Well, yeah, we'll sign you up for next year, I hope.
Yeah.
If you can make it.
Excellent. I will be there. Thank you, sir.
So, any other questions for us?
No, unless you want to mention anything we didn't cover, anything people need to know between now and next year.
Well, I do want to mention a couple of things.
Okay.
Please, if you want to camp, we get a lot of questions about bringing your RV around. Start studying that now, and then usually about 6 months before this, could even be even a year. Some of the places start taking reservations. Don't wait till last week. Don't wait at all till even the last month. And and I know there's a lot of folks that are doing a POTA out of those areas. And please get your rooms early.
Yeah.
We think if we get a better turnout we had last year, and there's no reason why we shouldn't, get a good place to stay ahead of time.
Yeah. Good call. Good call.
And did you use our app? The ARL app we did on the event?
Yes. I've been using that for years, though. They've had that available for a long time. It's a good app.
Right. You found it good.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. When you come to an event like that, it's so huge, and you want to be able to plan your events ahead of time.
Yeah.
So, but I think more importantly is I'm open to any feedback. This is the time to give us feedback about Hamvention. What can we do? What would you like to see?
Excellent.
Somebody had to do it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. I'll shake your hand and take my bike back too. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, guys, I just finished about a 25-minute walk around, mostly the flea market and some of the new vendors. I didn't get it all, but I think it's going to be a pretty good video. We'll stick it on here in a few minutes and let you see what's here. Just talked. Hambot is ready to do some more prizes in just a minute. We're going to try to knock some prizes out in the next few minutes. Let me download this video real quick. I'll be right back.
Tables and stuff. I'll run across my buddy.
All right, Hambot said he is ready to give some prizes away, so we're going to do some prizes. Go ahead, take it, Hambot. All right, so Hambot should be ready to go. I just did. I've already run it. Yeah. Okay. Hambot has said he's ready. Looks like we're trying to give away a ham hat. Ham hat here. Anybody? Hey, is KD8QDP there?